And we're back. Alright. So let's continue. Are there any questions so far? Is everybody okay? Okay. So there's a few more. There's a few more small differences between the two. Hmm. White? Are you listening? Okay. So help me to translate the next part.
Okay.
So another difference between masculine and feminine is competitive and cooperative. Masculine energy is very competitive. This is one reason why men, or let's say masculine, people who are masculine, love to watch sports. Love, because it's kind of like war. Any sport, any sport that you watch, it's as if you have these two countries or these two teams that are warring. They're having a war with each other, and they're being very competitive, and there has to be one winner and one loser. In the same way, when people who are in their masculine, when people who are very masculine work with each other, they are very competitive. They want some people to win and some people to lose. People who are more masculine, it really helps them to perform when they are competitive, when there is a kind of competition. This is why sometimes when people are in sales, like in some companies they have sales teams, why they will have a competition who has the highest sales every month and who has the lowest, and they will compare your scores. They will compare how much money you earned every month, because it makes people who are more masculine, it helps them to perform better. They love competition. Feminine energy doesn't like competition very much. They prefer cooperation. They prefer teams. They prefer working together. When there is competition, feminine people who are more feminine do not perform very well. They feel too much. They feel a lot of pressure, and they don't enjoy what they're doing. So if there is a company and you have a group or a department or a team of people, if they are more feminine, you can help them. They will perform better if you create teamwork and you have team building. They know each other, they have close relationships with each other, they work well with each other, they cooperate with each other. White. White, we can't hear you.
So let so am I started translation?
Yeah.
他就是说这个左边这个男性化的东西呢，就是会促进你那种就是那种好胜心嘛，差不多就是一定要有一个赢家或者一个输家，所以这就是为什么很多这种男性化的，就是有这种东西的人呢，就会喜欢看那种那种体育运动，然后呢他们然后呢就是如果如果这个人是做那种就是那种seller 的话呢，他们就是每个月会有月绩嘛，然后 业绩嘛，然后他们就是会互相比较，然后如果这类型的人做这种东西会越做越好，然后右边这个女性化的呢，他们就是比较追求合作，然后呢如果一个公司里面他们去分组啊就是合作啊，他们就会越做越好。I'm finished.
Okay, help me to continue. The next part is journeying to a place of peace. As I was saying in our previous comparison, when I first started, I said freedom. Masculine loves freedom. Masculine wants freedom. The thing it wants most is freedom. Because when it has freedom, it finds peace. It can only find peace when it is free. So masculine is always moving toward peace and freedom. It most wants peace and freedom. Feminine is always seeking to continue. This is why we say it wants love and connection, because love and connection will create more. I can say, maybe let's say if you have love and connection, the relationship will continue. It will continue. They might have children and they will continue, and there's more love and there's more connection, and that relationship will continue, and there will be more children. The feminine is always looking to continue. White.
I'm not really clear about journeying to a place of peace.
Peace. It's always trying to find peace, and it can only find peace when it finds freedom. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
It's not a very... I think it's a good example, okay? And I hope you will be able to translate this example. So, if you compare the masculine... Let's say you compare men and women, okay? In this example, I want to talk about... in Putonghua, you call it gao chao. In English, we call it orgasm. So, for men, or for the masculine, when we have an orgasm, we have peace. This is the easiest way. For us, the reason why we have sex is to have one orgasm and we finally feel peace. We feel free. This is freedom. This is peace. For the feminine, or for women, it's a bit different. They are seeking continuation. They can have one orgasm and then they want to have another orgasm, and they want to have another one. They want it to continue. They want more and more and more and more. White, can you translate that?
OK. 他刚刚就举了一个很暴力的例子，他就说，一般那种就是这种有这种男性化，就是这种男性化的人呢，他们就会追求自由，然后平静，就是他就说每次 sex 之后，他就会有就是那种贤者模式吧，相当于就是，然后你就会比较平静，然后但是如果你是那种女性化的人的话呢，你就会追求的是一种延续吧，就是一种 continue， 就不像这种男性化的人就一次两次就算了，可能我是这样理解的，我不知道对不对。 I'm not sure my translation is true or not.
Okay, let's see. Uh, okay, let's try the last one. Okay, one more. The last one about focused and flowing. Again, these are just abstract ideas. I hope they will give you some understanding of the two energies. The masculine is very focused. If I compare it to something, I can say that it is like a road. The masculine is like a road or a street. It is always leading to some direction. It is always going somewhere. It's very focused. It doesn't go left and right, left and right, left and right. Focused meaning it's straight. It's going from one destination to another, from one place to another place. Feminine is more flowing. The feminine is like a river or like the ocean. It's always moving, it's always changing, it's always going left and right, it's always flowing. White.
他就说，这种男性化的人呢，就是像一条街一样，就很直的，就是从另外一个地方，就到另外一个地方。然后，但是这种女性化的人就是不一样，他们就像一条河一样，就到处流来流去啊，就向左向右这样子。OK.
Okay.
I'm finished.
One more, last one. So, this is why if I go back to that first page here, this question: do you love options and can't decide? If you can't decide very easily, it's because what you want is always changing. So looking at this again, to be decisive or to decide is to be focused on something, to say I want this and I don't want anything else, which is masculine. Feminine is, yeah, I feel it, maybe I want this, but then it might change and I want something else, and now I want this, and then I want to change and I want something else. It's harder to decide on one thing. White.
他就说回归到第一个问题，就是你喜欢做各种选择，然后却就是无法做出决定，就是犹犹豫豫的意思嘛。然后就是他就说男性化的人呢就比较好做出决定，然后女性化的人呢他就会比较犹豫，就不知道选什么比较好。
Okay. All right, I will continue. Are there any questions? Okay, we continue. Okay, we continue. All right. So the next thing is called sexual polarity. Alex, are you listening? Okay. Can you help me to translate the next part? So, first let's look at a magnet. So you call it 磁铁, right? 磁铁. In a magnet, you have the plus and you have the minus. You have these two poles. We call it the positive pole and the negative pole, right? Now, when you have a magnet, if you put, let's say you have two magnets, and you put the positive side next to the negative side of another magnet, the two magnets will attract. Similarly, if you in the opposite way, if you have the negative side of one magnet and you have the negative side of another magnet, and you put them together, the two magnets will repel. They will push each other away. There is no attraction. So this is very similar to this idea of sexual polarity, right? Polarity means attraction or repulsion. If you have one person who is more masculine, they will have attraction to someone who is more feminine. They can both be men, they can both be women, they can be a man and a woman, they can be one masculine man and one feminine woman, or a masculine woman and a feminine man, and there will still be sexual polarity, there will still be attraction. If both people are masculine or both people are feminine, there will usually be repulsion. Or maybe they can be friends, but there will not be any sexual attraction. Alex.
就有一个概念，就是像磁铁一样的，然后就是形容，就是能够很形象的展示那种男女相互吸引的那种东西。就其实是，如果就是像它会有那个正负极嘛，然后那个磁铁都是要正负极，就是那个南北极那种，就是不一样，同性相斥，只有异性来相吸嘛。所以如果是一个男的，就是所以必须要是男女也是一样的，像磁铁一样的。如果两方都是很那种，都是很有那种男性那种气质的这两个人，那他们肯定是碰撞不出性的火花的。然后如果是，所以必须要是一个男方有这个男方，他比如说他是很有那种男性的气质，然后女方呢，她就是很女性的，然后他们就可以碰撞出爱的火花，或者是那个男的呢偏女性一点，然后这个女的呢偏男性一点，这样也没有问题，他们也可以，但是就是不能两个人都是同样的强硬，或者两个人都是同样的这个优柔化的，对。Okay.
So, Alex, help me to continue with this. So, when we look at relationships, we see that 10% of people are neutral, which means that they are not very masculine, not very feminine. They're kind of in the middle. They're very balanced, and it's easy for them to be attracted to other people who are also neutral. We can say that 10% of the world is like this. They're very balanced. They're good friends, and they have a nice way of, when they need to, when they want to create sexual attraction, one of them will become a little more masculine, one of them will become a little bit more feminine, and they will create attraction. But in general, they are like friends. They are neutral. So, when we look at relationships, we see that 10% of people are neutral, which means that they are not very masculine, not very feminine. They're kind of in the middle. They're very balanced. And it's easy for them to be attracted to other people who are also neutral. We can say that 10% of the world is like this. They're very balanced. They're good friends, and they have a nice way of, when they need to, when they want to create sexual attraction, one of them will become a little more masculine, one of them will become a little bit more feminine, and they will create attraction. But in general, they are like friends. They are neutral. And there's not that many. 10% of men and women are like that. 10% of men are more feminine, and they are attracted to women who are more masculine. And again, because the woman is more masculine, the man is more feminine, there can be sexual attraction. But again, we see that this is only 10% of relationships. It's not very common. In general, as we can see, that 80% of relationships, or of people, the man should be more masculine, the woman should be more feminine, so that they can create sexual attraction. Alex. These are the percentages of relationships that we see today.
I don't remember well of the proportion, some percentages of like 10. What is the 10% about and 80% about?
In the relationships that we see nowadays, most of them have that kind of relationship. The man is more masculine. 80% of all of the relationships that we see today, 80% of them, the man is masculine, the woman is feminine. 10% of them, in 10% of them, and they are happy relationships. In 10% of happy relationships, the man is more feminine, the woman is more masculine. And in 10% of them, they are both neutral. They are both not very masculine, not very feminine. They're both very balanced. And for them to create sexual attraction, they can change a little bit and there will be attraction.
OK， 就是在现在这个社会啊，这个世界，那就是大部分的情况，就是在我们现在这种男女关系之中，有80%的人都是说这个80%都是男性比较有，就是男的这个比较有就是这种男性的气质，但是然后女生呢，她是比较女性的，比较有那种女性的气质，然后呢有10%是这个男性会更加有女性的气质，但是这个女性她会更加的偏向男性的气质，然后这两种都可以这个产生性的火花，然后还有最后10%就是两个其实都差不多，他们就是没有说有一方很偏男性的气质，有一方很多么温柔，就是两个都差不多，这种气质啊性格方面其实都差不多，然后呢但是他们如何产生性的火花，就是在他们有这种需求有这种欲望的时候，他们某一方就是他们两个互相的做出一点微小的改动，比如说这个男性在这个时候会表现得更男性的那种气质一点，或者这个女性呢，她会稍微的更有 女人的感觉一点，然后这样呢就可以让他们即使他们在这个男性和女性气质方面、性格方面比较相同，然后他们在需要的时候也可以这个产生性的火花。Okay.
Let's continue a little bit more, Alex. So I want to look at, you understand sexual polarity. You understand that one person has to be more masculine, one person has to be more feminine. And you also understand that everybody has both of these energies. And we've looked at some of the characteristics of these. So I want to go back and give you examples of certain problems that we have in relationships today. If in my previous example, I said that you have a person, let's say they're a manager of a company. Let's say that they're a woman, okay? So when they go to work, they have to use their masculine, right? Let's say they're the manager, so they have to lead, right? They have to lead their team. They have to do things, they have to take action. They are in their head, so they're thinking, they're analyzing, right? They're making decisions. These are all very masculine qualities. Now, some of the problems that we have in relationships today is that it's not so easy for people to change from masculine to feminine. So I was saying that this is a woman who needs to use masculine energy at her work. And when she finishes work, she goes home. If she goes home and she's with her boyfriend or her husband, if she's not able to change from masculine to feminine, she's at home with her boyfriend or her husband, and now they're both in their masculine, right? He's also worked. He's also come from work. He's had to do things. He's been thinking. He's been rational. And he might have also been leading people. Now, when they come home, if both of them are in their masculine, they might be able to have a nice conversation, friendly conversation. But remember that for sexual polarity or for attraction, one of them has to change to feminine. Now, if it is either the 10% relationship or the 80% relationship, either she has to become more masculine and he has to become more feminine, or she has to become more feminine and he has to stay masculine, right? One of these things has to happen. But one of our problems today is that it's difficult for people to change, especially when they have had to use one of the energies for hours and hours per day, and they do this every day. They become used to this. They become very it becomes more natural for them to lean into one of them. And in the beginning of the class, I was also talking about testosterone, and I said, well, some people are just naturally more masculine. And what about if it's a woman? If, let's say, the woman is naturally more masculine because she had more testosterone when she was born, it's not so easy for her to change into the feminine so that she can have that sexual attraction with her boyfriend or her husband. And so one of the problems today is that there's less and less attraction, especially as the couple stay together for longer. There's less and less sexual attraction because of this inability to change from masculine to feminine. Alex.
就是这里讲到了一个这个叫做性急的东西，急性，这个怎么说呢？我看怎么说，就是有一个在恋爱中，在恋爱关系中会遇到的一个问题，就比如说有个女人，有一个女生，
然后呢，当他去上班的时候，他要把那个吉祥物放在经理的旁边，然后呢，他不得不在厨房里面吃东西，然后他必须得做些事情，然后他要去采取一些行动，然后把这些东西把这些他的自己的工作掌握在自己手里。然后他们就一般在工作的时候，他们都会自己去做分析，做各种决定，然后这就是显现出他们那种男子的气概。但是在现实的人际关系中呢，就有时候遇到的一些问题就是，人们很难从男性又偏男性化转化成偏女性化的，就是这就需要一个男性，一个男生，就是给那个就是在女生就是他们要做很多的工作才可以，比如说一个女生回家了，然后呢，她和她的男朋友或者和她的老公在一起，然后呢，他们就是可能就是怎么说，就是也许就是也许那个女生和那个男生都是比较比较有那种男子气概，然后比较偏那种比较对，就是那种男子气概、那种男子气质那种感觉，然后所以他们的交谈呢就不一定会进行得很顺利，所以这个时候就必须其中一方要做出调整，就要么是这个男生变得更加的男子气概一点，要么就是女生呢变得更加的这个女性化一点，这样呢就是可以让他们这个关系变得更加和谐，然后他们谈话生活也可以变得更加的和谐顺利。然后但是这种其实很难改变的，而且必须要用很多时间，用很多精力去改变这种东西。就是在特定的情况，他们需要怎样，然后相互某一方可以做出一点微调，然后他们就可以更加顺利做一些事情，就可以更加顺利。然后但是虽然很难，但是他们为了在一起，然后这么长的时间，他们其实已经习惯了这种方式了，所以他们在刚开头的时候，就刚开始的时候，Bob 也讲到这个睾丸激素的东西，就有些人天生他就是比较偏男性化的，然后有些人天生他就是偏女性化的，然后所以他们的睾丸激素分泌的也不一样多，然后所以就因为这个激素它本来就不一样多，所以比如说一个男的他分泌的睾丸激素比较少，然后所以他就比较偏女性化一点，但是然后如果要强制他需要的时候能变得更男性化一点的话，其实比较难，因为他的激素就那么多。然后但是如果一旦能够习惯，然后做出这种改变的话，就可以比如一个男生就可以跟他女朋友或者跟他老婆，就是生活的更加刺激，更加相互更加有性吸引力。OK。
All right. I think that's about it for masculine and feminine energy. I will continue, but the rest of it is more just about relationships. Okay, so let me take another break over here, and we'll come back and we will continue slightly different topic. Okay, so